So guys, welcome to another session of Ninja Hack. So today we'll be taking a look at a new vulnerability that was discovered recently on the 14th of this month. It's a privilege escalation vulnerability on AnyDesk application. So for AnyDesk application with version below 6.3.3 is vulnerable to privilege escalation vulnerability. What does that mean? This means that local users can obtain administrative privilege, with by just running the AnyDesk application, So when a user with very limited privilege run the AnyDesk application, they can have access to unrestricted resources within that system. This can lead to, like I said, privilege escalation vulnerability. So I'm just going to demonstrate that, so currently I'm logged in as Jovo. You can see I'm logged in as Jovo. It's a non-admin user with very limited privilege. So if I do, for example, net user Jovo, we'll see that the current user belongs to the user group, right? It doesn't belong to the administrative group. So what does that mean? That means that I cannot run certain application that requires administrative privilege, right? So if I go on to say I want to run CMD, with administrative privilege, let's see if I run, so I'm going to run this as an administrator. You can see that it's requiring me to enter a user an administrative credential. So let's go and see how we can exploit this vulnerability. Currently, I have AnyDesk version 3.3.1 on my system. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to launch that out. So you can see I'm going to open that application. So the way it works right now is that you're not just going, you're not bothered about sending it to anybody. You're just trying to launch it and try and reconnect to yourself. So I'm just going to do this, then copy out the AnyDesk address. So I'm trying to connect to myself, so to say. So I'm just going to do connect. Right. So you can see I'm not going to bother about accepting this because the way the vulnerability works is that it works via the open chat log. So I'm just going to try and click on the open chat log. You can see, then I'm going to try and pull up CMD from here. So you can see that I have Notepad open. So I'm just going to minimize it. So you can see I have Notepad open. Then I'm going to go through open. All right. So it will take me to the system 32. That's the default part where we have most of our application installed, right? So what this vulnerability does is that once it tries to open what's called the Notepad with system level privilege, so I'm going to prove that to you right now. So I'm going to try and look out for cmd.exe, which is, so then I'm going to make sure that I allow all files, not just test files. So you can see I'm going to search for cmd.exe. Yeah. So just a minute, try and look at the OPAD. You can see then I'm going to launch these as you click on the CMD. You can see, then you can see that run as admin. You can see earlier before I was trying to launch CMD as administrator, but it wasn't allowing me, but you can see that I can launch it. So right now, if I do, who am I? You can see that I'm logged in as entity authority. This account is one of the topmost accounts on the locals on the Windows-based operating system that have unrestricted access to every resources on the Windows-based machine, right? So you can see currently right now that I'm just trying to go through. I'm trying to open an application pro mon.exe. So if I go to this application, then I click on run as, you can see that it's asking me for privilege, right? So let me see if I can open it via the CMD. So you can see currently now that I'm logged in as entity authority /system. So I'm going to change directory to that part. Going to do a directory search. You can see that I have the application listed. So I'm just going to do this. Wow, you can see that I can install the application. So this is a successful way to this is a very crazy vulnerability out there, right? It's very simple to implement, and it just shows how easy it is. You can escalate privilege from a very low accounts that have restricted privilege to an administrative privilege, not just an administrator, but to NT, as you can see, NT system accounts, right? So my advice is that, guys, if you're using AnyDesk on your environment, make sure that if possible, you can restrict the use of AnyDesk, because this can lead to number one, insider attack. Like I said, local escalation of privilege. So when people get to know about these, they could escalate privilege within your network and run applications that they normally don't have access to run. So guys, watch out as we wait on for the patch for this. Thank you for watching. Bye.